Exercise 2.4, question number 5, and the question is factorize. So I'm taking question number 252, and you see this question. This is a cubic polynomial, and the cubic polynomial needs to be factorized. Okay, so we are going to factorize this cubic polynomial. And since it is a cubic polynomial, you try to understand that it will have total 3 factors. Okay, while doing quadratic polynomial in yesterday, so we have seen it's a quadratic polynomial. It has got 2 factors because their degree is 2. Now the degree is 3. Highest exponent is called degree. The degree is 3, so it will have total 3 factors. Now the procedure etc. is slightly different from the quadratic polynomials. Okay, so try to understand, and let's start the factorization. The procedure is, first of all, we will concentrate on the constant term. The constant term is 5. So what we are going to do, we will think of this 5 and its factors. 5. How to get 5? 1 5 is 5. 5 is a prime number, so it has only 2 factors, 1 and 5. Now one thing you see, 1 5 is 5. Okay, we understand that 1 and 5 are the factors. What if I take minus 1 into minus 5? Then also minus minus plus 1 5 is 5. So it's not that only 1 and 5 are the factors. We can even say minus 1 minus 5 are also the factors of 5. Negative factors if we consider, because minus minus plus 1 5 is 5. So I am trying to mean here that we can take together with the positive factors. This time we can take the negative factors as well for the constant term or for the last term. Okay, so this is how you need to start. You see, factors of 5 are, now factors of 5 are, I'm taking plus 1 minus 1, so I'm taking like this. You see, together plus minus 1 and plus minus 1 and plus 5 minus 5, I'm taking like this. You see, plus minus 5. So this is how we'll write. Factors of 1 are plus minus 1 and plus minus 5. Now the given polynomial, you consider that p as p of x. Let p of x equal to x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. Now what we're going to do, since we got total 4 factors for this 5, one by one we'll replace those factors in this place of x. That means this x in the polynomial, first of all we replace by plus 1, then you replace it by minus 1, then by plus 5, and then finally by minus 5. Okay, and while replacing, one thing you try to understand, that whenever you get 0, that itself will stop. For example, after replacing x by 1, suppose plus 1, I got 0. Then I don't have to try, or I'm not going to try for minus 1, plus 5 and minus 5. That means for the rest of the factors we will not try. Okay, if I do, it will be clear. Okay, therefore what are you going to do, this x I'm going to replace by, first of all, plus 1. So p of plus 1, I'm going to replace this x by 1, so it will be 1 cube minus 3 into 1 square minus 9 into 1 minus 5. 1 cube is 1. Okay, so this is 1 squared is 1, 3 ones are 3, minus 9 ones are 9, minus 5. So it is 1 minus 3 minus 9 is minus 12. So minus 17. Okay, 1 minus 17 is minus 16. Is it 0? No, it is not equal to 0. Since it is not equal to 0, what we will do, we will carry on this process. Now for the next factor, now it did not come 0 for plus 1, so I am trying for minus 1. Okay, therefore we will continue. Therefore we will try it now for p of minus 1. Okay, now while doing it for minus 1, now x we are going to replace by minus 1, so it will be minus 1 cube minus 3 into, here in this line, 3 into minus 1 square minus 9 into minus 1, then minus 5. Okay, minus 1 cube, you know, minus to the power odd number is minus. Okay, and 1 cube is 1 into 1 into 1, so 1 minus 3 into minus 1 squared is plus 1, so 3 ones are 3, so it is minus 3, minus plus 9. Okay, because 9 ones are 9, then minus 5. So I'm trying to write here. This is -1 minus 3 is -4. -4 minus 5 is -9. So this is your -9. Here it is +9. -9 plus 9 get cancelled. We are getting now 0. As I said, whenever you get 0, you stop there itself. So I got 0 for -1, so I got 0 for -1. I'm not going to try for +5 or n -5 or for the rest of the factors. So wherever you get 0, you stop there itself. Don't try for the remaining factors. So I got it now 0. Now again you try to understand the factor theorem. This use is required here. We have learned in the factor theorem, if P of A is 0, we have learned in the factor theorem that if P of A equal to 0, then x minus A is a factor. Okay, we have learned this in the factor theorem. If P of A is 0, x minus 1 is a factor. Now that means if I take an example, supposing P of 2 equal to 0, what will write? X minus 2 is a factor. If P of 2 is 0, we will write x minus 2 is a factor. Okay. Now, if I take P of, suppose, minus 2 is 0, then what will happen? If P of A 0, x minus A. If P of minus 2 0, then P of x minus, this minus is this minus, but your A itself is minus, so it will be minus 2. That means x minus of minus 2. That means x plus 2 will be a factor this time. Okay, so when you get a negative number, then it's plus. So P of minus 2 is 0, then P of x minus of minus 2, so minus minus x plus 2 will be a factor. That means if I get here P of 1 equal to, suppose I'm getting 0 here, then P of 1 is 0, so x minus 1 is a factor. But this time I got P of minus 1 equal to 0, so we'll write therefore, therefore by the factor theorem, we'll write x minus of this minus 1. Okay, x minus of this minus 1, x minus of this minus 1, so minus minus x plus 1 is a factor. Whose factor? Is a factor of P of x. So we got it, x plus 1 is a factor of P of x. Now we got one factor for this cubic polynomial. I said it has 3 factors. One factor is this x plus 1. Now how to get the other factors? Try to understand an example. Suppose you have the number 42. Okay, and it is said or it is given that 7 is a factor. So it is given to you that or already that 7 is a factor of 42. Then how to get the other factors? To get the other 2 prime factors, you can directly do one thing here. 7 6 are 42. Okay, 7 6 are 42. Then 42 minus 42 is 0, and it has to be 0. This remainder because 7 is already a factor. Then since 7 was a factor, how to get the other 2 prime factors? To get the other 2 prime factors, you got the question 6. Okay, now this 6 you prime factorize, 2 3s are. That means the other 2 prime factors are 2 and 3. Okay, so what we will do, since already one factor is known, so easily we can do it. By that known factor, we will be dividing the composite number. Okay, then whatever the question you get, again you factorize it. 6, you got here 6, and you factorize, then you got 2 and 3. That means 2 and 3 are the other 2 prime factors. Now look at this question. Since we got already x plus 1 is a factor, how to get the other factors? To get the other factors, what are you going to do? By x plus 1, like this, by 7 we divided 42. Now by x plus 1 we will be dividing, the cubic polynomial x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. Done. Now to divide this, okay, it's again the normal division. To divide this, we will consider here the first term x cube, here also the first term x. So x cube we will try to divide by x. I said we will take the first term only, so in the dividend and also in the divisor. Let's see how many times it goes. X cube is x into x into x divided by x. X get cancelled. X into x, x square. So how many times it goes? It goes x square times. Now x into x square, x cube. Okay, this x square should also be multiplied with plus 1. So plus 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 1 into x square is plus x square. Then now this is equal to, now it's like the ordinary division, we'll be subtracting this now. So minus we are going to do here. So minus of this plus will be minus, minus of this plus will be minus. So plus x cube minus x cube getting cancelled. So minus 3x square minus x square, it will be minus 4x square. And from the upper line, when these two terms comes down, you know, sign does not change. So we got it now in the minus 4x square minus 9x minus 5, and need to carry the same division process here. Now what are we going to try now? We are going to try this minus 4x square. We are going to try dividing minus 4x square by x. Okay, now x square means x into x. So by 1x, if I cancel, another x will be left. So we are having now minus 4x. That means when you will try to divide this minus 4x square by x, it will go minus 4x times. Now here plus minus minus, x into 4x is minus 4x square, plus minus minus, because 4x should also be multiplied with 1. Okay, so sign first of all, plus minus minus, 1 into 4x is minus 4x. Done. Now subtraction, so minus of this minus will come plus, minus of this minus will come plus, minus 4x square plus 4x square getting cancelled, minus 9x plus 4x. Okay, minus 9 plus 4 will be minus 5x. From upper line, minus 5 comes down, you know, sign does not change when it comes down from the upper line. Now this minus 5x, okay, now this minus 5x you will try to divide by x. Okay, so it will getting cancelled. That means how many times it will go? It will go minus 5 times. It will go minus 5 times. Now multiply with this plus minus minus, x into 5, it will be minus 5x. Again plus minus minus, 1 5 is 5. Okay, now minus of this line you have to do, minus of this minus will be plus, minus of this minus will be plus, minus 5x plus 5x getting cancelled, minus 5 plus 5 getting cancelled. So we are left with 0. Now one thing you try to understand here, that this remainder has to be 0. Why? Because already x plus 1 we have learned that x plus 1 is a factor. Since it is a factor, the remainder must be 0. Okay, and if you do not get 0 here, you will understand somewhere in the revision or somewhere in the previous line you have done some mistakes. Okay, so this remainder has to be 0 because x plus 1 is a factor, and you will be always careful with this remainder. Now since it is 0, we can carry on the next procedures. Now to get the next factors, I said when I was getting 6 here, this 6 is 2 3s, so the other two prime factors are 2 and 3. So how did I get 2 and 3? Again this 6 I factorize, then 2 3s. Okay, 2 and 3 are the factors. Now similarly we are going to factorize this one, and the question is x square minus 4x minus 5. So we are going to factorize this. It's a quadratic polynomial. We'll get 2 factors, and those 2 factors plus this given already obtained factor, total 3 factors will get it for the cubic polynomial. Now quadratic polynomial is factorization. Here the number is 1, here 5. I explained already, we multiply first and the last number, so 1 5 is 5, and 5 I can write as 1 5 is. Now to get 4, and since it is minus, so this number you subtract, 5 minus 1, 5 minus 1 is this 4. So it will be x square minus 4, I will write as 5 minus 1x, then minus 5. This is equal to x square minus plus minus plus minus 5, then x will be with this minus minus plus 1 in minus minus plus 1x is x, so minus 5. Okay, now from these two and these two, let us take common. So x square, x into x, minus 5x, another x. So we'll take 1x common. 1x when you take common, out of 2x, 1x gone outside, 1x is left. This x already gone outside, we have left with minus 5. Since we have x minus 5 here here also we must have x minus 5. So supposing I'm writing it first, then what the number I should take, because already x minus 5 same, so the number must be 1 and the sign should be also plus, because check it now, plus 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 1 into x plus minus minus 1 into 5, okay, minus 5. So now both are having this x minus 5, so x minus 5 you take common, x minus 5 taken common, x minus 5 gone outside, what is left here, x minus 5 gone outside, what is left here, x plus 1. So for this question, x square minus 4x x square minus 4x minus 5, I got another two factors, x minus 5 and x plus 1. So they are the two factors. Already you have one more factor, so total these three are the factors of the given polynomial. Therefore the given polynomial was x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5 equal to, we got the three factors now. One factor was this x plus 1 and the other factors are x minus 5 and x plus 1. This is how you need to do. So I'm doing one more question, okay, and this I'm going to do number 3 now. Let's see in the next question again, okay.